Hola mis queridos, ¿cómo estás mi amor Alicia? Hello my kittens, how are you? My name is Allison and today we're playing Nancy Drew Labyrinth of Flies Collector's Edition. Today is an exciting day because we are actually going to get some work done. I am actually excited to be playing Labyrinth of Lies again. I'm always excited to be going into the depths of Greece. I think I've always had a fascination with ancient Greece, mostly because of the Greek mythology and I guess the Roman mythology as well, because the two are linked. Because I know a lot of the Greek gods are basically the same with the Roman gods. They just have different names, at least in my opinion, and how I've learned about the Roman gods as well. Anyway, let me tell you what the difference is between Collector's Edition and the regular game. Her Interactive likes to make things a little complicated, a little challenging for us Nancy Drew fans. The only way you can get the Collector's Edition is if you pre-order it before the public release. It is a challenge, but it's also fun because it tells us, an ideal timeline of when to get the game, not to mention all the goodies that are in the Collector's Edition. And it all depends if Nancy has a cell phone in the game. All that bonus stuff is on the cell phone. You get phone charms, mini games, and random text from a certain someone. And that certain someone is usually Ned Nickerson, her boyfriend, or as I like to call her romantic friend. It's a bit of a pet peeve of mine, partly because of the book series. The Nancy Drew book series, by the way, has been going on since the year 1930. Yikes, that's been a long time. Now that it's 2020, I do believe it's been 90 years. That is impressive. And if I'm correct, I do believe this year is the 25th year for Her Interactive. Congrats Her Interactive for being open for this long. I wonder what they're gonna do. So if Ned Nickerson isn't that certain someone with the random texts, it's either gonna be her best friends, Bess and George, who are cousins, or it's going to be the Hardy Boys, Frank and Joe Hardy, who are twin brothers, and they even have a book series of their own. The book series for the Hardy Boys actually released 3 years prior Nancy Drew, 1927. Interesting tidbit there. So what is interesting is that Her Interactive bases all of their video games off the Nancy Drew books. Labyrinth of Lies is based off the book The Greek Symbol Mystery. The book, The Greek Symbol Mystery, is actually a really good one. I'm actually not going to go into full detail about it because I will be able to tell you more about it at the end of this video. Only because I will be able to tell you how to get a copy of your own. I don't have a physical copy myself, but I have looked up on the internet to figure out how many different copies there are, because I do know that the original company, Grosset and Dunlop, who published the books, I don't know if they sold out or if they went bankrupt or anything. The companies switched to Simon & Schuster, and you can see actually in the game credits for each and every Nancy Drew game that they do special thanks to Simon & Schuster. That's because they're the book company, the publishing company for the book series. Anyway, they like to reset the book series every so often, and with that they like to revise the books. Either that or they keep the title and they just change the story entirely. It all depends, of what's going on with. It's basically the money part of publishing that helps them figure out what to do next for their progression. And that's kind of the same situation here with Her Interactive, considering Midnight in Salem. Again, I'm opening a can of worms here. I'm not going to go into detail. Anyway, like I said, I did go on the internet, do some research for the Greek Symbol Mystery. I was able to find at least, if I'm correct, 5 different copies. So there's the original book, and then there's the revisions. And so I will be mentioning the title Greek Symbol Mystery at least a couple more times so that I can show you guys those cover arts, because cover art is always different. Sometimes they're beautiful, sometimes they're weird, and sometimes the photos of these cover arts aren't very well. Either that or the books are so worn out that you just can't really read them or see what the picture is. I do believe the next part of this intro is basically to tell you of the interface, this main menu. Her Interactive likes to update their game engine every so often. They actually updated it with game number 27, Deadly Device, although they didn't put in the new features in it until game number 28. And there's actually 3 specific features they added. One is the Fast Combo feature, which I can show you here in the options, and the second is the hint system, which you can find in the awards section right here, and it's connected to the spoiler free achievement, and I'll be able to explain to you why once we're in the game. Although right now, I think what we're going to be doing in the game is finishing up the puzzles on Xenia's tablet, because I do believe there's at least 2 or 3 more, because I really want to get that tablet achievement. I think that's the artisan achievement right here. And I think there's, the phone charms that I told you about. There's actually an achievement for that right here. And I think the third feature is actually connected to the next thing I'm going to tell you, which is with every Nancy Drew game, you can actually choose 2 detective levels at the beginning. I actually really like this because it actually tells you what you can do, whether you want to be challenged or whether you just want to be simple. The 2 levels are Amateur and Master. Amateur, you get regular puzzles, hints available, detailed task lists. Master, you get more challenging, no hints, and basic task lists. Here's what is interesting about the feature. The third feature is what I'm talking about, is connected to the Master Sleuth. Before game number 28, Ghost of Thornton Hall, basic task list on the Master Sleuth meant no task list whatsoever. There's only one thing on there, and it says, I'm a Master Sleuth, Master Detective. I don't need a task list. Check that, and you're done for the rest of the game. Now, after game number 28 Ghost of Thornton Hall, you actually do get a task list. It is basic, as it says. It's not as detailed like it is in Amateur Sleuth. You don't get hints, and you can't contact your friends for hints either, which is another thing that you can do in Amateur Sleuth. And what's really cool about Labyrinth of Flies is that we can actually contact Frank and Joe Hardy for help, since I did choose Amateur Detective. And now, the last thing I'm going to mention, because I do need to get into the game right now, is that if anything in this video does not look familiar, it is because you have not been keeping up. Please check the description box below. There's a previous video as well as the playlist. I recommend the playlist because it will have everything that I've done so far with Nancy Drew, Labyrinth of Flies, and let's go ahead and get into the game. Because, oh my gosh, yes. I do want to check how many we have left. Just 2. Awesome. I will show you the task list once we're done with the 2 puzzles, because I honestly don't know if we're being timed being at Xenia's table or not. Alrighty. So, really? Okay. It does lock in. Wait, with his face being there. Oh yeah. Alright. Okay. Oh, I see the white line now. Okay, where are those pieces? Nope, I don't. Okay. And you can right click to lose the piece. I'm gonna have to do a random guess on this side, cause, oy. Yeah, see? I'm too smart for my own good. Even though sometimes I say I'm dumb. I mean, I will admit when I'm dumb. Like, when I am seriously close to finishing a puzzle and move it to a spot where I know it shouldn't be. There we go.
All done.
Alright, so... Oh jeez, I remember this puzzle. This puzzle as a freaking nightmare. You'd think it'd be easy, but it's not. I think I just did a Draken reference there. All y'all people who watch Kim Possible should know what I'm saying. What? That brings up so much of my past. Oh my gosh. Does anyone ever watch old shows? Old Disney shows? Seriously. If not, you need to. If you have Disney Plus, whether you're a kid or you're an adult, start watching Kim Possible. It may be cheesy, it may be corny, it may have some really weird stuff, but it has got to be one of the best Disney shows ever. I love it. I grew up on that show. Christy Carlson Romano eats your heart out. She actually has her own YouTube channel now, and she's actually really good at it. She's a cook on her channel. I am actually progressing really fast on this puzzle. I did not expect this. Kim Possible, you think you're all that, but you're not. There we go. There should be one more bottom piece. Where is it? Ah, dap, dap, dap. Oh, there it was, and I freaking dropped it. Let's work on the outside pieces, which is usually the best thing to do. Booyah. Booyakasha! Actually, you know what? Not a lot, but there are actually a couple of cultured phrases that have come from Kim Possible, the show. You'd be surprised. There's one that I like to use, or I don't use it a lot, but it's definitely one that I would love to bring back. And it's hickapicaboo, whoosha. Kim Possible's brothers, who are twins, they say this in any situation, really. And it's their way of agreeing with each other. It's a classic phrase for them, and I cannot imagine a scene without them saying it. It is rare for there to be a scene without them saying it. There we go. Hickapicaboo, whoosha.
All done.
Booyah! An achievement! I'm actually going to be taking pictures of every single one of these because I'm not sure which one it is, but they will be important to a certain task. This one. Wait, don't we have a vase of the same picture? Yeah, National Archaeological Museum of Athens. Yeah. Alright, so with that, let's see that it's true. Oh, it's Restorer. Restoring culture 1 pixel at a time. Nice. That mosaic puzzle was actually a really tough one, but I do believe Colin, aka Justin, would approve from the game Phantom of Venice. Alright, let me show you this task list real quick, and then we'll get into the rest of the game, or the rest of the video I should say, even though it's not that much, because I do gotta be quick. I have something to do in about 10 minutes, I believe. So, the hint system is referring to these question marks right here. Let me actually find... Alright, so with the hint system, like I said, refers to these question marks, and what I really like about it is that it's literally what it says. So it starts off with one box right here, I need a hint, and you can actually click on it, and it gives you one simple hint like this. Now oftentimes, it's either too vague or too specific, and if there's no second hint, like there is with the one at the bottom that has like the 2-step and the I need a solution box, then it means you're either too far ahead in the game or too far behind, don't have the right information to get the next hint or to complete the task. I suggest you just go ahead and play the game as is, check your inventory, talk to everyone extensively, not just your surroundings, but your phone as well, and you should be able to progress from there. Now, if you do get a second hint, then you go ahead and click on that, and it will have like a loading bar. Okay, so here we go. There's a third hint to this one, and see how it has a loading bar? That's what it's gonna be like for some of these hints. And it will go on and on until it gives you a red box like it has here, or at least a blue box with red letters that says I need a solution. The solution is your last resort. That is basically your way of giving up and going for an absolute cheat, because this will ruin your chance of getting the spoiler-free achievement. From what I understand, there are 2 ways of getting the spoiler-free achievement. 1, play the game on Master Detective, or you play this game on Amateur Sleuth, and use the hint system, but avoid the red solution option. You can use the hint system, just not the solution option. That will ruin your chance of getting a spoiler-free achievement. And I did actually test that theory with Shattered Medallion, and it actually did work. So you can use the hint system. I actually didn't believe it because I didn't fully understand how to get the achievement up until, I guess, this year. So I'm actually running out of time on my part. So I'm going to go ahead and go through the task list real quick because I always try to make sure that this is up to date at the beginning of each video to let everyone and myself know.
Can't check that off. Still have to do
what we've
still
done
have,
so
did
far.
That. That's done. Can't check that off. Still can't check. Can't check that off yet. Haven't. Can't check. That's done. Haven't. Still have to do that. Can't check. Still have. Still have to do that.
Okay. So we do need to track down where Thanos put the lift remote. Didn't he? Okay. I guess that's some other point in the game. That's Xenia's spot. What's inside the by the password for the authentication database. Database first. Right. Oh, we didn't finish. Submission accepted. Time gap indicated. Unable to confirm provenance. And this was on the vase. And we can't get in here. Oh, right. We needed paper. Because there's a thing that has... There's like these things that we've been finding that has like these broken, jagged things. Yeah. And there's the alarm. And I'm betting you get... What the... Oh, that's because we picked up the paper! Sorry guys if you hear that in the background.
Is that a hidden passage? What's Niobe up to?
I do not know, but I want to find out.
The hidden door must be here.
Obviously.
I need to make sure only the lightning bolts are showing.
Well, yeah. Oh. There we go. That was way too easy. Oh boy. Alright, well. I'm actually going to stop here. This is actually the best way to stop it. I know we didn't do much with the gaming portion, but I really want to say what's about to happen for the next video. Because seriously, Niobe has a lot of explaining to do. And the way she talks... Actually, wait, no. I need to show you the fast combo feature. You know what? No, I will save that for the next video. Seriously, you guys are going to love what's about to happen. She is so freaking cute when she's nervous. Alright, I gotta get going, everyone. It's, I gotta be checking something. My community game needs me to survive. Our situation is dire. Providence fake. Yeah, we're still on that path. So I'm gonna keep that title. And we're gonna go to main menu, save again so I don't make a mistake. Booyah! Okay. And you're still not going to understand that reference until I've finished Tomb of the Lost Queen. Unless you've already played that game yourself and you probably already know what reference I'm talking about. Alright, so the one thing I do want to talk about real quick before I head out is about the book the Greek symbol mystery. Oh boy. So the Greek symbol mystery, I actually do not know how to be quick on describing the plot or even how to get a copy of yourself, so I will do the best that I can. The Greek symbol mystery is about Nancy getting a case from her friend, who's also a neighbor, Mrs. Thompson. She asks her to go to Greece to check on her cousin who is missing, as well as the inheritance. It's not really specified as to whose inheritance it is until pretty much at the end of the book. And what's interesting is that Nancy's dad also gives her a case in Greece as well, so that's a plus. Bess and George end up going with her to Greece. And here's what's interesting. While Nancy and Bess and George are shopping in Greece, someone, a thief basically, slips in a stolen mask from a museum in her shopping bag. And guess what happens? The Greece police automatically assume she's the guilty party. They don't let her explain herself. Even if she did, it just dug her in a deeper hole. They wouldn't let her explain her innocence. They wouldn't accept the innocence either. They just assumed she was guilty and assumed that she was part of this, some sort of thief gang that was trying to do something that I'm not going to even mention because it's actually part of this game. Well, not the actual contents of what they're doing, but the subject itself is part of this game. So I actually highly suggest you check out the book. And there is one way I know you can check the book out yourself. There is a website that I found earlier last year. I don't remember the specific website. I think it's archives.org or archive.org, but the company is Internet Archives. They actually have different sections on their websites. The one section you want to look for is Open Library, and that website is openlibrary.org. It's basically your local library online, and it has so many books, including Nancy Drew. I looked it up myself, and it has the Greek symbol mystery. So you can get a copy of yourself. I do have a direct link of that, so it will be in the description box below. And guess what? With this specific library, you can actually check out 5 books at a time. If you want to get a 6th book, you actually do have to return the 5th book and check out that 6th book. And you could hold these 5 books 2 weeks at a time. That's 14 days. That is pretty sweet. And there's only one thing that you got to do, and that is to create an account. They don't ask you for your email. They don't ask you for permission on anything. They just guarantee that you have your privacy. They won't contact you about anything at all. That is absolutely what I love. I'm reminding you right now that this is not a sponsored video. I am literally just promoting them on my own free time. I've been doing this for months. It's such a fantastic website, and it's been so helpful for me and a lot of other Nancy Drew fans on Facebook as well. And I will also put a link to a group I'm involved with on Facebook called Nancy Drew Weekly Game Club. It is basically your book club, but with the Nancy Drew games. So certain weeks we'll be playing a game, and we'll also be reading the books that the game is based off of. It's really cool. It's a lot of fun. There's even at least 1 or 2 people that choose to stream the game so that we can interact with each other, help each other out with the puzzles and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend you check out the group, and I highly recommend you check out the book as well. And I gotta get going, everyone. I love you all so much, my beautiful kittens and viewers. I hope I helped you out at least a little bit in this video. If not, I'm not doing my job. I will talk to you all in the next video, which will be Nancy Drew at Midnight in Salem, Part 5. And on that note, I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, smash that like button like a kitten would. And if you're just now tuning into this channel, go ahead and click that ugly red subscribe button. Make it that beautiful gray, as well as that bell icon right next to it. That will notify you of all the videos that I do, which are on Tuesdays and Thursdays, as well as Sundays, and even Wednesdays, which are late videos, and vlogs, which rarely happen. And I hope you all have a great morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. I am Sweet Rascally Rabbit, saying goodbye. Stay awesome and stay on YouTube! Whew. I've been yelling. I need to stop yelling when recording. It hurts my throat so bad I end up having a sore throat. Ow.